It's Thursday, February 23rd, and welcome back to the CCN. On today's broadcast, we'll cover such broad topics as what's your favorite elective, some young artists of HCHS, required math classes, and other school issues. On top of all that, I'll tell you everything else you need to know, including school announcements and national news. I'm MJ Mayo, and this is the CCN. Good morning and welcome back to another week with the CCN. I'm MJ Mayo, and here are your announcements. The Equality Club meets this Friday during PLT in the auditorium. If you're not already claimed by someone else, they'd be happy to have you. The University of Evansville is offering programs for reading skills and speed reading. If you would like to read twice as fast as you do now and retain all the depth of what you've just read, stop by the Red Unit desk and grab a flyer. The classes will meet once a week for 5 weeks this summer. Your book pre-orders stop tomorrow, so make sure to reserve your very own copy quick. There are only a limited number of extras that will be for sale once the books arrive in a few months. Finally, there's a blood drive going on March 30th. You have to be 16 years of age or older to participate. Permission slips can be picked up from any of the health science teachers. Now that the announcements are out of the way, let's go to Nisha Gibbs, who has a segment for you about some of the great young artistic talent here at HCHS.
Hi, I'm Nisha Gibbs with the CCN, and I'm going around acknowledging all of the art students of Henderson County.
It's just a good way to get all of my emotions out.
Art was a really easy way for me to express emotions since I guess I had like a rough childhood, so it was a really easy way to express emotions and a good way to vent.
I don't know, I kind of started creating stuff. I mean, I started drawing when I was 2, just put crowns in front of people and you just go.
What's your favorite type of art and why?
I mean, contemporary art, I guess. It's really different and there's not really any set standard for it.
Music. It's soul food for your ears.
My favorite type of art would have to be surrealism, since many artists use it as a way to express things, but not an easy way, more of a philosophical way and surreal ways that you can identify in your own way.
If anyone listening is trying to make it art, what would you say to them?
I mean, get out a piece of paper and just draw the first thing on your mind, and it just kind of goes from there. You don't really have to make a masterpiece, just go.
Make art that makes you.
Make art, not war.
Thank you for tuning in this week on the CCN. Now back to the studio.
Thanks for that, Nisha. Let's move on to world news. And since I'm running the show this week, we're going to go with just some happy news. First up, when an Islamic center in Victoria, Texas burned down late last month, its congregation was left without a place of worship. Or they were until the local Jewish temple stepped up and offered to let the Muslim community use their facilities until the Islamic center is rebuilt, which should be within the next year. It's nice to see two religious groups overcome their differences and be there for each other in order to make the world a better place. Next, most pageant queens hold on to their evening wear gowns as a memento of a big night in their lives. Miss Universe contestant Violina Encheva represented her home country of Bulgaria recently and decided to donate her blue evening gown to someone in need in the Philippines, where the contest was being held. After sending out a message on her Facebook page asking for responses of those in need, Encheva donated the gown to Ise Gayano, a single mother who was about to pawn off a necklace to buy her 15-year-old daughter a prom dress. The daughter, of course, was the best dressed person at her prom, and this heartwarming story shows how important it can be to help those in need. Finally, speaking of need, do you like puppies? Of course you do, because puppies. So when a transport van carrying more than 100 puppies overturned in Avoca, New York last month, New York State Police removed the puppies one at a time and placed them in temporary corrals until they could be checked out by a licensed vet, who found that there were no fatalities and only one broken leg and one broken jaw. The animals were all cared for and then given back to the transport company, who took them to multiple pet stores where these adorable little puppies can be adopted and live happy lives. So, there's your happy news fix for this week, Henderson County. Staying with the happy vibes, I'm handing things over to Preston Royster, who went around to find out what students' favorite elective is.
Hello, this is Preston Royster with Chromecast. We'll go around and ask what your favorite elective is and why.
What's your favorite elective?
Marketing,
Why?
because I like selling shirts.
What's your favorite elective?
Dance,
Why?
because Mr. Mar's a great teacher and we all learn different types of dances in that class.
My favorite elective is JRTC because it's a very driven class, a lot of leadership building skills in there, learn a lot, do a lot, and I don't like PE unless it's like throwing dodgeballs all day, so
What's your favorite elective?
My favorite elective is band because you get to play with all the instruments back there since I'm a percussionist.
What's your favorite elective and why?
Welding, because it's pretty fun and it prepares you for the future.
Thank you for everyone who told us what your favorite elective is. Peace, one love.
Thanks, Preston. Next up, Matthew Market now joins us to talk about the sports world.
How you doing, Hendo? This is Matthew Market bringing you sports. Last Sunday, Anthony Davis made All-Star history by scoring 52 points. Wilt Chamberlain was the previous record holder with 42 points in 1962. Also, last Sunday, the Pelicans agreed to trade 3 players and future first and second round picks to the Kings for DeMarcus Cousins. For all the UK fans out there, this Saturday at 1 o'clock, the 11th ranked Wildcats will try to get revenge on the 13th ranked Gators. This is all the Market has in store today. This is Matthew Market signing off.
Thanks for that, Matthew. Next up, Mitchell Melton wanted to ask around to find out people's opinions on if seniors should have to take a math class.
Should seniors have to take a math class and why?
No. Oh, well, no. Because they've already been through all their math. They should know math, get it all down. No. I think that if a senior would pick a math class, they should be able to choose, like, as an elective, like PE. Instead of PE, you go with math. Because they done already been through it. They done did what they had to do. No.
Should seniors take a math class and why?
If they're required to or want to, I get yes, but they shouldn't have to if they already fulfilled all their math credits and stuff like that. So I would say no, they should not.
Should seniors have to take a math class and why?
Yes, they should. They should take a math class because it prepares them, because they're going to have math the very first year they're in college, and because I ate this apple.
Thank you for watching and back to the studio.
Good work, Mitchell. Finally, Tyler Duncan wanted to find out what issues some students think are pretty important here at HCHS.
I'm Tyler Duncan with the CCN. Today we'll talk to students about school issues. What do you think the biggest issue is in school today?
Well, in looking at the discipline issues, and I'm one of the people that does that, I download the discipline numbers every week, and so we make comparisons from year to year, and the one thing that stands out as being overwhelmingly an issue for this year happens to be those students who get some sort of simple minor discipline. They might have a lunch detention, they might have an after school or before school detention, or they might have a Saturday school and they're not doing those. So instead of that being one discipline notice, it actually becomes 2.
Bullying.
People having their phones out in the hallways.
Why do you think that's an issue?
Because we've lost enough people as is from the school, we don't need to lose more because of it.
Because people don't listen when they have their earbuds in or lit on their phones or whatever.
How do you think we can solve that problem?
Teachers need to start listening when students say they're getting bullied.
Okay. By telling people not to.
And so right now we're working on solutions to how do we handle that and what's our next best thing. You know, obviously we have limited things that we can do to students, but we're trying to figure out how to keep those discipline notices from, instead of just being one thing, to becoming 2 things.
Thank you, students, for taking your time talking about school issues. Now back to MJ in the studio.
For my final thoughts this week, I wanted to take a moment to say thank you. It's not something our generation, or most people in fact, does enough. Every day there's someone who does something kind out of the goodness of their hearts, and we need to acknowledge that. Sometimes saying thank you for loaning a pencil that we then sometimes forget to return, or saying thank you for helping us write a scholarship essay that might get us some serious money. Or saying thank you for opening a door, giving us something for lunch, sharing a personal story that was hard to put into words, or just asking if we're all right. And sometimes we need to say thank you just for putting up with us, because we all have those off days, and our friends, our family, our teachers, they don't give up on us. So I'll start. Thank you, everyone who's helped me become the person I am today, through kind deeds, big and small. I couldn't have gotten here without you. And I couldn't be here without you too, loyal viewers. So thank you for tuning in, and you can catch us again next week, same time, same channel. I'm MJ Mayo, signing off for the CCN.